Hello guys and girls, and welcome to another Sunday afternoon chat. Now this Sunday afternoon chat that we do, normally we do shortly after church on Sunday afternoon, and we try to get it uploaded there to our YouTube friends and our Facebook friends, pretty quickly. But this Sunday afternoon chat is actually a Thursday evening chat. The sun is very low. It's in my face as we're heading back toward the ranch. I've been at the FLW Championship in Hot Springs, Arkansas today. Now, if you're not subscribed to Jimmy Houston Outdoors YouTube channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button right now. Hit that notification bell so you won't miss a single video. We've been in Hot Springs since Thursday. I came over here Thursday evening. We had a great weekend over there, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I've been working the FLW Expo. I worked all 3 days from 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock, worked every single hour of the Expo. Most of the time spent in the Shell Rotella, Shell Pennzoil booth. And did spend quite a bit of time today in the Ranger booth, quite a bit of time in the Power Pole booth, quite a bit of time all 3 days actually in the Bass Pro and Tracker booth. But the great thing about that particular tournament is we met so many great people. So many of you came back that I've known for years, and I've met many times before over there. Some people that I met 10, 15, 20 years ago. Some kids that I took pictures with when they were 5 years old, that's in their 20s now, in their 30s. It's just kind of amazing to me as I travel through life how friends become friends, even though you've only met them maybe one time for a few minutes, and they remember that, and I remember that, and it's just incredible. And also, one of the things that was really amazing to me there at the FLW Expo was how many people that came up to me that was on this YouTube channel and on our Facebook. Of course, now we do have 280,000 people on Facebook, so that's a lot. We've only got about 17 or 18,000 on YouTube, but so many of them are from Arkansas. And that tournament draws people from all over the country, but mostly it was Arkansas people, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Texas, the surrounding states around Arkansas is where the majority of the people were there from. And although people come from all over the country, I don't know who won that tournament yet. I haven't paid any attention to it since I left this afternoon up there at 4:30. But Brian Thrift looked like he was going to win that tournament. Brian is an exceptionally great fisherman, a friend of mine, and he was leading that tournament by a pretty good margin early this morning. Brian, you went after schooling fish this morning. It was kind of amazing because I don't think he had done it the last 2 days. That if he had, I didn't know anything about it. And he went after schooling fish this morning and caught a limit pretty quickly. And some of them were some pretty nice little bass too. They weren't big fish, but pretty nice fish. And he kind of run away from the field there for a while because I guess he might have been about the only one that got into those schooling fish this morning. And I watched a little bit of the video, and they were kind of coming up all around his bait, and he was attacking them with a top water and really doing good. He actually got to call some fish in there, as a matter of fact. So Brian might be the winner of that by the time we get this uploaded to YouTube and to Facebook. Everybody will know who won, but Brian sure had a good chance. He was leading as I left. But with that, even with that pretty good sized lead of 7 or 8 pounds early this morning, some of those guys that he was ahead of only had a couple of fish in the boat, and so they had fish yet to catch that would add up and probably get them back in the game. But the main thing I wanted to do with today's chat is just thank you all for coming by. So many of you. Arkansas supports big tournaments like that. There's so many people in Arkansas that love to fish, and I just want to thank you for coming by and saying hi. It means a lot to me when you all do that. When you come by and shake hands, get a fresh picture taken, and some of you look a lot better than you did last year. I looked a little bit older than I did last year, but it means a lot to me when you do that. It really does. We had a couple of episodes with Lucy this week. That's crazy, lots of things happen crazy with Lucy throughout the week. We fertilized the lake again on Wednesday, right before I left on Thursday to go to Arkansas. And Lucy and Beamer went out in the boat with me while we fertilized that lake, and she was really a good deer. She didn't get in the way at all. Of course, Beamer didn't get in the way, but both of them got in the way just a little bit. But I told them to get in the back of the boat, and they did. And so it was really an easy situation. An easy situation there. Man, going over over the lake. Oh, I can't help but look when I go over a lake. But they both stayed out of the way pretty good, and we got that lake fertilized. I took the boat over, my Tracker boat, Tracker 175. I took that boat over and loaded it out because I had friends coming over the following morning, on Friday morning, to fish. And I wanted to load it out and vacuum it out for them and have it real clean. There's going to fish over in the other lake. And so before I left Thursday morning, I was out vacuuming the boat out, and I heard a noise, and I looked, and Lucy had jumped up in the boat. That's right. On the trailer, she had loaded herself up in the boat. I heard the noise. I looked back there and I said, Lucy, what are you doing up in that boat? I guess she thought I was getting ready to go put it in the water and go fishing. And I got to be honest with you, I can't give a deer that much credit for being that intelligent that she would know that, but I don't know what she was thinking. You know, it's difficult to really know what a deer is thinking, but she had jumped up in the boat, and she's walking around in there and almost saying, hey, boss, come on, I'm ready to go fishing. She loves to ride in the boat. She does love to go fishing. But anyway, I got back in the back and asked her to get down, and she got down out of the boat, and that was but that was kind of really a wild deal, because the boat's not in the dock or on the edge of the dock where she could just step down into it. It was up on the trailer, and she jumped up on that boat in the trailer. And the other thing that happened, Chris told me about this morning that she was going to church. I had my Ranger boat in the boat building, and Ranger boats have swing away tongues, so you can unlatch part of the tongue and swing it to the side. Gives you a lot more room to walk around in the boat. You can park them in smaller garages. It's just a great innovation that's on all the Ranger boats. It's on all the big nitro boats too, but it's a swing away tongue. But when you swing that tongue back, it exposes quite a few wires. Well, Lucy likes to chew wires in two. That's one of the reasons she's sort of a Labrador, is she likes to chew she likes to chew wires in two. Now, I'm told, I'm not a scientist, I don't know, or an engineer, I don't know exactly if this is true, but I'm told by a buddy of mine that worked for the telephone company that the reason that squirrels and coons and deer and things like that like to chew wires in two is that the wire coating that's on the wires are made out of peanut oil. Well, one of the ingredients that's in there is peanut oil, and so it's something that tastes good to them, and I guess it smells good to them. I don't know. I imagine most any coon or deer or squirrel would love to have peanuts. So if you have peanut oil in there, it's going to be pretty tempting to them, and they like to chew on them and get them in their mouth. And deer are born with teeth. They have really, really sharp teeth. Obviously, they crunch up a lot of the stuff that they eat, the acorns and corn, things that they eat. So, but I laid one of my old dirty T-shirts, which is just a rag. It wasn't really a T-shirt anymore, just a rag. Chris takes some of my very best T-shirts and makes them into rags. I just wish she wouldn't do that. Don't tell her I said anything, because she says I have too many T-shirts. But listen to me. A man cannot have too many T-shirts. It's like having too many fishing lures or too many fishing rods, or for some of you girls, too many shoes. You can't have too many T-shirts. She takes some of my perfectly good T-shirts and turns them into rags that we can wipe the boat down with in the truck and stuff like that. But anyway, that's another story. But Lucy, I laid that T-shirt over that where I had that tongue bent back, because there's quite a few wires exposed there, and I just wanted to hide the wires so Lucy couldn't see them. Well, last night she removed the T-shirt and chewed all the wires on my Ranger boat. So I'm sure I have no tail lights on my Ranger boat. All the wires have been chewed in two, and so that'll be one of my projects tomorrow, is putting those wires back together. So I'll have tail lights and brakes and side lights and everything else. My lights, I've got blue water lights running down the rails on there, and make sure I've got all of that stuff hooked back up where I've got lights on there. So that was the other antic that Lucy did this week. By the way, we might get to shoot that little story about Lucy this week that I've been promising, where we talk about how Lucy showed up and how we found her and what we've done to keep her alive. I mean, that's really the only thing we did. We had really no desire to have a deer. We have a lot of deer hanging around the yard all the time anyway, but you can't really walk up and pet them. They don't get in the boat and go fishing with you, but Lucy does. She's a totally wild deer. She is out all time in the wild. We live on a relatively large ranch, and she roams with the other deer. She's about 15 months old. She'll probably breed this fall and have a baby, and I don't know, by then she may not come back and mess around the house any at all. I don't know, but she probably will, because Lucy loves me. Lucy is my deer, and she loves me, but she is a totally wild deer. She's not kept in a pen or anything like that. So but we'll tell the story about Lucy, and it's kind of some of the antics that she's done, and I'll try to throw some video in there of her that we've taken. I've deleted a lot of it, but we've shot some video and still shots of her all the way along. Talk about how she got caught by, I think, a bobcat. Not sure, but I'm kind of thinking a bobcat, and what caused her to have a broken nose like she's got. But she's just a wonderful animal, and we kept her alive for 15 months. So really, no matter what happens now, she's had a lot more life than she would have had we not taken care of her. We're going to be at the ranch a lot this week, so we might show you what we're doing down at the ranch. We're not doing anything exciting or probably fun or anything you'd like to be involved with. But I am going to Montgomery, Alabama next week. So those of you that are in that Montgomery, Alabama area, we'll be down there for the big Buckmasters event. I'll be there for Shell Rotella and Shell Pennzoil. I'll be in the working for Shell. We'll be really kind of promoting mostly the Shell Rotella gas truck oil. That's what I have in this truck that I'm driving right now, and Shell has Rotella has always been just a diesel oil, so it's used in tractors and diesel trucks, diesel pickups. But now we have a Rotella gas truck oil, which we run in gas trucks and Suburbans and SUVs and pickups, and it's absolutely just the top of the line in gas truck oil that you can get. And I think we're giving away, don't hold me to this exactly, but we're giving away like maybe 50 or 100 cases of Rotella gas truck oil at my appearance down there at Buckmasters. Buckmasters is a big event, big thing there. Jackie Bushman holds down there in Montgomery, Alabama every year, and we'll be there next weekend. I think I'll be there on Friday and Saturday, and I believe that's next weekend. But it's going to be a lot of fun. So if you're anywhere around that Alabama area, come out and say hi and shake hands, get a picture taken. One of the great things about taking pictures with all of y'all is as we change, and it's kind of amazing. I've had people come back that has taken pictures over the last 20 or 30 or 40 years, and it's just amazing how we've all changed during that period of time, and we'll continue to change over the next 30 or 40 years, I guess. I don't know, but anyway, that's what we've got planned. Listen, I really appreciate y'all out there putting up with my Sunday afternoon chats. I know you might think you missed this because it is almost dark, and I'm still 150 miles away from home, so we probably won't get this thing up until late. I've got lousy speed on my internet there on Twin Eagle Ranch. I wish there was someone could come up with faster internet for us people that live out in the country. We have tried everything in the world, and we cannot get our internet to go very fast. We just bought everything in the world, tried everything, and we still can't get very fast internet. So if some of you have a secret where we can get videos uploaded quicker to YouTube, if I can send videos quicker to our production company in Tulsa or to our offices on Cookson, Oklahoma on Lake Tenkiller, that's where they do the editing. I can put some of these up just right off my telephone, which when I do, I usually get a complaint or two about the audio and the video, because that's two things that I'm not good about. I'm not very good at shooting pictures. I am not very good at worrying about the audio being correct. I am a fisherman. What I do is fish, and most of the time we're not real good at that either, but we do know how to have a lot of fun out there. So I appreciate each and every one of you. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you'll never miss a video. Send a video or two that we like to 8 or 10 of your friends. Share that with them, and help us get this up. The channel is growing remarkably fast. We've gone from 2,000 on YouTube up to about almost 18,000. We have grown our Facebook channel up to just about 280,000 friends. And I can tell you one thing for sure, we love every one of you. One thing I want to say right here at the end before I close, and you know me, I sometimes get a little political, but that's out of my lane. I don't want to get political. But I saw something run across the news this morning before I went to that show about somebody in, I don't know what kind of team they were, but they were playing the national anthem and they took a knee during the national anthem. And I turned the sound down because I didn't want to hear his name. There's no need for us to make somebody famous because they are disrespecting our national anthem. So, I think that, and I was watching Fox News, but I'm sure they showed it on every other news channel out there also. It just happened to be what I was watching this morning. And they were telling about and showed this guy, all the other guys out there standing, and I don't even know what kind of sport they were playing. But everybody else, both teams was standing while our national anthem was being played, and this guy took a knee. Now, I just got to tell you, guys and gals, if you take a knee during the national anthem, you better be praying because that's what you want to take a knee for, is to pray and respect our national anthem. You can pray before or after the national anthem, but my advice to all of these news stations out there is when some of these athletes or individuals or celebrities or movie stars or whatever they do, I have an opportunity to stand for the national anthem at every single bass tournament every day that we fish, and I do that. And I'm just, to the news people out there, quit showing those people's pictures taking a knee during the national anthem. Quit giving out their name. Quit making them famous. Quit giving them notoriety. Don't even put it on TV, and that'll stop some of that nonsense. That's just my 2 cents worth. If you agree, that's fine. If you don't let me know. Later, guys and girls. I love y'all.